Mathy, you and your friends are doing so well learning comparison models. Let's take a look at a different example. There are 2 packets of flour. Packet A has a mass of 30 kilograms. It is 15 kilograms heavier than packet B. How heavy is packet B? Okay, let's have a look. What are my subjects? I've got packet A and packet B. Now, Mathy, which one is going to get the bigger box? Let's see. Packet A has a mass of 30 kilograms, and it is 15 kilograms heavier than packet B. Well, if packet A is heavier than packet B, packet A must get the bigger box. Can I write it down? Of course, Mathy. All right. So, packet A is heavier. Packet A. And that must mean that packet B is the smaller box. All right, now let's fill in some information from the question. What numbers do we know? We know that packet A has a mass of 30 kilograms. Where's that going to go? Well, if that is packet A's mass, then wouldn't it go in packet A's box? That's right, it would. Let's put it right there. 30. And now, it is 15 kilograms heavier than packet B. Is that going to go in packet B's box, or is it going to go in the gap between them? Well, 15 kilograms, that's not packet B's weight, is it? You're right, it's not. It says packet A is 15 kilograms heavier than packet B, which means that 15 kilograms is the difference between packet A and packet B. We're going to put it in the gap. All right, now let's figure out our number sentence. We have this blank. How heavy is packet B? So let's put a question mark here so we can figure out how to solve it. Packet A's weight and packet B's weight. Which one was less again? Packet B's weight. That's right, so we want a smaller number than packet A. Now, how do we get a smaller number than packet A? Oh, I know. Smaller, you would want to subtract, right? That's right. Let's put a subtraction symbol in our number sentence. Okay, now what 2 numbers are we going to subtract? 30 minus 15? That's exactly right. We take this bigger box and we subtract out the gap to get left with what is in the smaller box. Let's try that. 30 minus 15. Okay. 0 minus 5? Well, that you can't do. So you have to borrow from the tens column. The 3 becomes a 2. The 0 becomes a 10. And 10 minus 5 is? Nice and loud. 5! You got it. 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, so 15 is our answer. Let's put that in our box. And let's fill in our number sentence. 30 minus 15 equals 15. So packet B has a weight of 15 kilograms. I see. So in this case, we were solving for the smaller box, so we had to subtract. That's great. I bet I could do one on my own. I bet you could too. Why don't you take the kids with you? You want to do a question with Mathy? All right, let's go. Okay, this is our question. Pause the video so that you can try it on your own. Let's read it. Alice and Betty collected storybooks. Alice has 60 storybooks. She has 20 more storybooks than Betty. How many storybooks does Betty have? All right, so I have to figure out what my subjects are. Well, we're talking about storybooks, and we're talking about two people's storybooks, Alice and Betty. So Alice and Betty must be my two subjects. Let's try to figure out who has more. Alice has 60 storybooks. She has 20 more storybooks than Betty. More than? Alice has more than, so she must have the bigger box, 'cause she has more. And I'll put Betty with the smaller box. Now, what information do I know in the question? Where can I fill in some numbers? Alice has 60 storybooks. Where do I put that? In Alice's box, that's right. What other numbers do I see? She has 20 more storybooks than Betty. Is that going to go in Betty's box or in the gap between them? The gap between them, that's right. Okay, now I've got to figure out what my number sentence is. How many storybooks does Betty have? So I must be looking for Betty's box. And her box is smaller than Alice's box. So that means I'm looking for a smaller number. And in order to get a smaller number, I'm going to have to subtract. Let's put subtraction in my number sentence. Okay, now what is my number sentence going to be? What two numbers do I have to subtract? I'll give you a hint. It's not 20 minus 60. Of course not. It's 60 minus 20, because you've got to take the bigger one minus the smaller one to get the smaller box. 60 minus 20. Let's write that in column form. Zero minus 0. That's easy. That's 0. What about 6 minus 2? 4. So my answer is 40. Well, that was pretty easy. Let's write that in our number sentence. And let's put it in our bar model. So if Alice has 60 storybooks and she's got 20 more than Betty has, Betty must have 40 books. Great job! I'll bet you got the same answer. If not, you can always rewind and try again.